Hello, my lovelies. Today we are continuing my Hogwarts / Harry Potter series with the Gryffindor themed makeup. We're going to go ahead and start by just priming our eyelids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is just the original shade, and I'm just doing that on my lids and on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give me a nice blank canvas to work with by spreading this tempera shade from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette all over my lids. We're going to go ahead and tape the edges just to keep everything nice and crisp. And then I'm going to go ahead and just give everything a nice even out again with that tempera shade. Alright, and then for our crease shade, we're jumping into the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette. We're using the shade MFEO, which is just a really nice kind of light tan shade. And I'm just going to blend that all through the crease as my transition shade. Then we're going to jump into the shade Hunts from the same palette. It's this really pretty reddish orange color. And I'm just going to put that with a slightly less fluffy brush to define my crease a little bit more and warm it up. Then we're going to go ahead and take the same brush we were before. I didn't add any new shadow, and I just blended out that top line to make sure everything was nice and smooth. Now we're jumping into the shade Jax from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm really just focusing this on the outer V area, keeping it the darkest towards the very outer corner, and then just kind of blending it in towards the inner corner. And I'm really only doing this on about maybe a fourth of my eye. Alright, I'm going to go back with our original brush, again not adding any new product, and just blend out those top edges to make sure we have no harsh edges there. Now I'm just evening out and darkening that very outer corner again, and then I'm going to take the Hunts shade again, and I'm just patting this on, kind of filling in the space between our dark shade, the Jax shade, and the inner corner. And I'm just blending that all together, making sure we don't have any harsh lines here. And we're just making it a nice kind of a reddish orange gradient on the lid. Alright, and then just to make our crease a little bit smoother, because I was having trouble getting the shades to blend together in the crease, I'm just going back with that original MFEO on a little bit more of a flat crease brush. And then I'm also just pulling that Hunts shade a little bit on the lid. Again, I didn't add any new product, I'm just kind of pulling it towards the inner corner. Now I'm jumping into the Jaclyn Hill, one of the Vault palettes. This is the Ring the Alarm palette. And I am just using the shade On Camera, which is this really gorgeous gold shade. I am applying this with my finger because I find they apply better that way. And then I'm just blending everything together nicely here again. We're going to go ahead and pull our tape off here now. And I just kind of make sure my lines look even enough. And I think they look good, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the face. I am starting by priming my face with the Touch in Soul No Poreblem primer. And then after that, I am going in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And I'm just blending that out with my beauty blender. Now with this foundation, a little does go a really long way, so start with a smaller amount and then build it up if you have to. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and put on some concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer today. And I'm just doing it in a shade really similar to my foundation. I don't want anything really too bright under the eyes. Just want to conceal some dark circles there. And I'm just doing this in kind of a triangle shape underneath. I am taking a little flat kind of shadow brush to get it in those inner corners so that we don't mess up our eyeshadow. And then I'm just kind of blending it out with that same brush. And then because we did put some concealer there, just taking our very first brush with no additional product and blending out those edges. Then we're going to go ahead and set our face. I'm using the Coty Airspun powder all over my face. I start by just patting it underneath my eyes to get that concealer nice and set. And then I'm going to take a really big fluffy brush and just go ahead and set the rest of my face. Alright, next up I'm going to go ahead and bronze with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this is just in the original bronzer shade. Just taking that with kind of a more fluffy brush. I don't want anything too defined, I just want to add some color and shape back to my face. So we're just doing right underneath our cheekbones, and then I'm doing it along my hairline, on my forehead, and then down my temples as well. And then I do like to add a little bit to my nose as well, not really to contour, but just to add a little color to the center of my face. And a sneeze there. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side of my nose, and then after I get all my bronzer on, I do like to go back with just a flat brush and give everything a brush in. I feel like it makes it look a little bit more natural on the skin. Then once we have that done, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the eyebrows. I am using the Anastasia Brow Definer. This one is dark brown, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get my brows filled in. Alright, with those done, we're going to finish our lower lash line, going in with that flat kind of fluffy brush and just blending the MFEO tan shade all over the lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with my very small fluffy brush and bring the really dark Jax shade just onto kind of the outer third of my lower lash line. Then once that's on, I'm taking the nice gold shade from the Ring the Alarm palette, and I will just put that kind of on the inner third of my lower lash line. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone and inner corner using the shade And Light from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And I'm just going to kind of blend this right along my brow bone there. And then I'm really going to build it up so it's nice and bright on the inner corner. Once that is on, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and then apply some of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara as per usual. Alright, I'm now using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Party. Just blending that on the apples of my cheeks and then blending it back towards my hairline. I forgot to show you guys the lashes I am attempting to use today. These are the House of Lashes Boudoir lashes. And I'm going to spare you struggling to put my eyelashes on. This one ends up going on okay, the other one not so much. Yeah, so I know that this one on the right is a little wonky, but we're gonna go ahead and just move on. And I'm highlighting my face with the Nomad Cosmetics highlighting powder, and this is in the shade Midnight Sun. It's a really kind of goldeny champagne shade. Just doing that on my cheekbones. Then I'm going to take it down the bridge of my nose and on the tip of my nose. Then of course Cupid's bow. And then I do put just a teeny bit on my chin and on my forehead. I don't add any additional product for this, I just kind of use what's left over. Then we're going to go ahead and do our lips. I'm going to start by outlining them a little bit with this NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Cruella, just to help give me a little bit of an outline, although it was more of a different shade than I thought it would be compared to my lipstick, and it didn't actually work too well for me, but we're going to go ahead and give ourselves an outline to work with. Then I'm going to go ahead and apply the Colourpop Luxe lipstick in the shade On Display. This is a really pretty kind of fiery red color. You can see I'm realizing that my lips aren't even here. So we're going to go ahead and apply that. And then I think to make it just a little bit more fun, I'm actually going to go back and add a little bit of glitter to the lips. I tried using the highlighter, but it didn't really give me the effect I was looking for. So we're going to jump into that gold shade we used on our eyes and just build that up on the lips. And then I'm going to go ahead and just clean up the edges of my lips a little bit, and then we will have the finished look. Other than the eyelashes, I'm super happy with how this turned out. Please subscribe to my channel before you leave, and be sure to hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video, and I will see you guys in the next one.